All right, our next question is about Mrs. Judy. Mrs. Judy baked apple crisp for the Cartwrights dessert. They ate 3/5 of the dessert on Friday night and 3/10 on Saturday. What fraction of the dessert had they eaten all together? So just like before, I'm going to go ahead and make a window pane on my paper, because a window pane is what we want to use every time we solve questions. And my question says, what fraction of the dessert had they eaten all together? So I could simply turn my question around and say, they ate blank, with a period at the end. The two fraction amounts that I'm looking at today are 3/5 for Friday and 3/10 for Saturday. So I'm going to flip my camera over, and if you need to pause the video so you can catch up, you can. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going. So we want to know how much they ate on both nights. So the first thing I need to think about is, number one, we have unequal fraction amounts. So anytime we have unequal fraction amounts, we can either add or subtract. And because I want to know how much they ate on both nights, we're going to be putting these fractions together. Just like before, I'm going to draw two quick pictures, two quick rectangles, equal in size, so that when we're cutting these apart and we're comparing them and looking at them together, it's easy to read. The first picture I need to cut into 5 equal pieces because my denominator is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to cut my second picture into 10 equal parts using those same lines as a guide. Now if I cut fifths in half, then I can easily get to tenths, just like before in number 1. Now I need to shade my picture to match the information. So we have 3/5 and we have 3/10. If I'm going a little fast, just pause the video so you can catch up. Now I have to make my quick estimate. So my estimate's going to go here, and my exact information is going to go here. So remember, whenever we're estimating, we're making quick estimates of 0, half, or whole. So 3/5, that's a little more than half, so of course I'm going to estimate that to 1/2. And when I look at 3/10, it's on its way to being a half as well. So I'm going to keep that fraction at 1/2. So when I have a half plus a half, I get 2 halves. And another name for 2 halves is the number 1 whole. So again, this answer is being estimated to 1 whole. I'm going to rewrite my fraction, 3/5 plus 3/10. Now remember, boys and girls, it's the denominator that needs to be the same, not the numerator. So I need to quickly think, can I call my fifths something tenths? So over here in this area, I have a little bit of extra room. And so if I count by 5s, can I get to 10? And yes, I can. So if I can count by 5s and get to 10 by counting by multiplying by 2, I can do the same on the top and get the numerator 6. So 6/10 is an equivalent fraction to 3/5. And there's my wonderful number 1 in the form of 2 halves. I'm going to rewrite my fraction, 6/10 plus 3/10. And now that we have common denominators, we can quickly put together those numerators, and that will give me 9/10. 9/10 is the smallest name represented in this fraction, or the The smallest name represented because 9 and 10 are consecutive numbers. And anytime you have consecutive numbers as your numerator and your denominator, you know you have lowest terms. Lowest terms is the answer we always want to try to attain.